Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ang mga luksami, mga kagariyami, agama Islam, mapiyak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mga Iranon, mga Iranian lahat. Well, we had very short but very interesting points raised by our sister as well as our brother. I want to follow that, although I had in my mind concept of imama, probably it will be another time. Pero I always tell my students, even Al-Mustafa, one of the biggest problems we Muslims have had since the beginning, when our leaders, instead of teaching books, they were burning books. It brought up a big problem for us. That for 150 years Muslims were deprived of books, because to them even hadith of the Prophet was supposed to be burned, and then they ended on mangmang. And the only people who broke that tradition were the Persians after 150 years. Bukhari, Muslim, Ibn Majah, Nasai, and then Abu Dawud, Sajistani, Sistani. These guys were the one who broke the tradition of the Arabs that books are, these are only for people who are slaves. We will not work, we will not write. Book is rawagin, they call them. Anyway, that's another story. My point is, from that moment on, unfortunately, among us Muslims, it became a concept that education is only for the slaves. Even the Greeks had this problem. Most of the teachers in Greece were the slaves of the prisoners of war, POWs. Salman al-Farsi was a POW, a philosopher, but a slave in the war. So the concept was that being teacher is being a slave. So probably all of us here in Al-Mustafa, we are a slave. Inshallah, a slave to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but not to shaitan. I hope so. No, that happens, no? This concept that writing of the books was something considered parang, it is not a worthy. Sabagay, in some sense, you can see our teachers are hungry. In the Philippines, we have many teachers. Sometimes I see some of the retired professors from UP in some of our meetings, even Iran embassy somewhere. Maawa ako sa kanila. They are professors of UP, pero yung retirement, is not worthy even of riding a jeepney. Kaya pala nobody wants to be teacher. So teacher, that's what my own teacher in the school was telling us when we had courses. He said, is teaching a vocation or a profession? If it's a profession, you will make money. But if it's a vocation, a call, and that's what 124,000 prophets of Allah from Adam to Khatam have been teachers. Hungry, poor, but they were rich in their beliefs, in their concept, in their faith. I personally look at myself from that level. 38 years ago when I came here, I was a student. I went to a school, I had to study, yet being a student did not mean that for 38 years almost, every Sunday I was in Quiapo. I never was at home on Sunday to relax with my family, because I believe I'm a teacher. I was teaching for nothing. Nobody paid me anything, but I did. Then I wrote some books with my own little knowledge, but not good, but improving. I printed from my own pocket. I made bit with my own hands, like what I do now. Sometimes I come out of home in the morning, 150 books. Can you imagine carrying that? I could also walk in Barong Tagalog, in Samba, Well, we have a saying in Persian, he looks like a prince, pero ang bulsa niya may sakit. Sakit ng bulsa, pero may Barong Tagalog, may ganon, he look very cute. In my case, I have to write the book, I have to print the book, I have to carry the book, and I have to give it for free. And I consider this the biggest business, because what you get out of it is somewhere that no a stock exchange can give you that dividend. It's a bank that no bank can match. One of the best things to do is business with Allah, because the more you lose, the more you gain. That is the concept. This is the concept. The more you lose it, the more you gain it, because whatever is going to be there is nothing to be compared with what we have here. So we are teachers, we are slaves, but the slaves of Allah. We believe, because there is a short life, few years, I don't know, 30, 40, whatever, it's going to be over. But I am sure 200 years from now, 300 years from now, 500 years from now, there will be some people, our children, great-grandchildren, they say, oh, remember, at 20th century, there was some people, students, you know, like ourselves, or maybe like you also, we have these people planted a tree, the tree of the truth, which is Ahlul Bayt, Alhamdulillah, the purest form of Islam, which was not polluted, adulterated with Arabism, nationalism, tribalism, Maramiism. But we have also in Philippines ismo, comunismo, capitalismo, acomismo, economismo, everybody mismo. We have mismo. Mismo. All mismo. We are suffering from mismo. Maramismo. Now my point here is, and the story is long, we don't have much time, so we haven't. But what I am going to say, this religion was started not with mang uneducated people who believe kitab or the book must be burned. This book started with this religion. The number one was Iqra. Read. Iqra. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. This first ayah. Now how can I read if my books are being burned? If nobody is writing a book, if those who are writing the book, they are being jailed by first Khalifa, second Khalifa, haram, no book, only Quran daw. Memorize mo lang. Walang isip. Isip is haram. Thinking is haram. History is haram. Just memorize. Well, I said you are turning me to a USB, because that my USB has more knowledge of all the 500 books and hadith than all of your teaching in madrasa somewhere. That's correct. Very good. Good point. So, exactly. So if this religion started with Iqra, read, then it went on. What was the message? Noon wal qalam bama yasturun. Allah says, I swear by noon, and noon I don't know what is it. That could be research. That's muqatta'at, those who are in this line. But Allah says, wal qalam, I swear by the pen. The pen is holy. And then the Holy Prophet gave us one hadith, the same hadith that they were burning. Sabi ni Holy Prophet Muhammad, Midadul ulama afdal min dima'i shuhada. The ink of the pen of scholars is higher than the blood of the martyrs. Ay, Palawi in Mindanao, for 400 years we lost all of our young people fighting. But it's good. I am not against it. I hope not Abu Sayyaf. Not kidnappers. The true mujahideen if this. But Prophet Muhammad says, even though you gave your blood for Allah, in the eyes of Allah, a pen which is writing your story, a story of Karbala, a story of the Prophet, that is higher in the sight of Allah. This pen is important. But we forgot about it. Another message. Then, of course, we have Surah Ar-Rahman. Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman, Allama Al-Quran. Khalaq al-Insan, Allamahu al-Bayan. All is Rahman, who is created human being, and he taught them. Allah is teaching. And the Prophet, although he was not schooled, yet he was the one telling everybody, even in the Badr, when those who were arrested in the war, you teach some Muslims, you teach one or two Muslims how to write ABCD or Alif Ba, whatever, and you are free. My point is, if the message of this Prophet from beginning up to us is ilm, knowledge, because if one research I did, which is in 100 questions, in the Holy Quran we have around 1,300 words about knowledge, wisdom, mantiq, writing, and these things. And then here comes some balbasarado without any background of education, not even high school graduate. History haram. Let us say logic haram. Puro hadith memorized. And that is how they are fooling our people. Inshallah, through education, through this light, that you will be spreading in provinces. We will keep in touch with you. I am getting your email. We will send you more material. We will give some books to bring there. And inshallah, this light once again will shine from the east to cover the west. Thank you very much.